dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Madison Carmouche. Officials with the Coon Creek Fire Department in Leslie County confirmed one firefighter is dead after a Saturday night crash. Officials say 3 firefighters responded to a side-by-side crash last night while the firefighters were following an ambulance to a helicopter landing zone. They lost control of their emergency vehicle. The vehicle eventually flipped and went through 2 buildings and into the side of a trailer. The driver, Austin Turner, and one of the passengers, Ben Barton, were taken to Mary Breckenridge ARH, and the other passenger, Regina Huffman, was trapped in the vehicle. Huffman was later taken to Mary Breckenridge ARH, where she died. We will keep you up to date on this story as we learn more. Folks gathered at the Creek Church in Laurel County to raise money for a 2-year-old with cancer. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more.
This is 2-year-old Liam Brown. Back in June, he was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma. His grandma, Billy Jo Cromer, says it hasn't been easy.
He's had a lot of hospital stays. Mom and Dad can't go to work. I think Dad's worked maybe 2 days during all of this. And Mom works once a week just to keep her job. They both work in the health field.
Which is why she reached out to Swiss Colony Fire Department Assistant Chief Frank Wilkerson to plan a fundraiser for her grandson.
Then I contacted the other departments in Laurel County, put everything on Facebook, and as you can see, we've had a huge turnout. We have fire apparatus, rescue trucks, from ambulances, from almost every department in the county.
Wilkerson says they want to help her family in any way they can.
With cancer, you never know the outcome. We hold on to our faith that God's going to give Liam a complete healing, but we've got a long journey to go. We'll just keep doing event after event until Liam comes home and he stays home, that he's cancer-free.
Liam's dad, Ethan Brown, says he's appreciative for everything folks are doing for them.
Yeah, we're beyond grateful for the support that's been shown to Liam and to our family, and just the help everyone's been. We just ask that send up some prayers for him. He can use all the help he can get.
In Laurel County, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Cromer says Liam and his mom were not able to make it because he is currently at UK Hospital being treated for E. coli, but adds when he saw the videos, he was yelling at the fire trucks. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested Zachary Tyler Morgan, 22, of Barberville after he reportedly shot a gun near a crowd. Deputies responded to a noise complaint call near Echo Valley Road around 3 a.m. on Saturday. When they arrived, they reportedly heard 2 gunshots and saw people running. Morgan says that he was, quote, in fear of his life, and that is why he shot the gun. He was charged with 26 counts of wanton endangerment and was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. The Wise County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting in Coburn. On Saturday, just before 11 p.m., officers responded to a call on Front Street. Police confirmed there was a person found in the road with a gunshot wound to the head. They were in critical condition before being taken to a trauma center for treatment. Officials say that at this time there is no active threat to the public and the investigation is ongoing. The victim's name has not been released to the public. The Wolfe County Search and Rescue Team responded to a call at Red River Gorge on Saturday. The woman had a lower leg injury after falling from the zoo crag. After arriving at the scene, they determined that her injury was non-ambulatory. The rescue team decided to carry her out in a Stokes basket due to multiple vertical sections on the trail. Once they got her to the beginning of the trail, she was taken care of by Cross EMS and transported to a nearby hospital to further assess her injuries. Brooks Houck, the man being charged for the murder of his former girlfriend, Crystal Rogers, was denied a judge removal. Houck's lawyer asked the Kentucky Supreme Court to take Judge Charles Sims off the case. The lawyer says Judge Sims showed bias in the case years before. Houck was criminally charged for Rogers' murder. The Supreme Court remanded the motion, meaning it is getting sent back down to a lower court for consideration. Houck's attorney will have to submit a new motion for the judge to recuse himself.
Well, the big story as we close out your weekend, also moving into the work week, we are tracking a strong cold front. Some more showers on the way into tonight, also on Monday. Here's a look at the radar at this hour. You can see for most of us we are dry, but a few showers close to the I-64 corridor, zooming into portions of Menifee County, also into Rowan, also Elliott and Lawrence County as well. A few spotty sprinkles there, but as we zoom out, notice we are tracking an increase in those showers over central, also western Kentucky, and that moisture is pushing into our direction as we go into later on tonight, also on your Monday. Temperatures right now not bad, in the middle to even upper 60s, up to 64 in Jackson, also Pikeville, 66 in Harlan, and 63 over in Somerset at this hour. But again, as we zoom out, we are tracking some chilly weather over western Kentucky, down to 47 in Paducah, 50 in Owensboro. And that chilly weather is moving into our direction. Tonight, though, your lows back in the middle 50s as you wake up on Monday. And again, we are watching out for possibly a few spotty rain chances. Those higher rain chances, though, on the way on Monday. And then the big story, some chilly weather for Halloween also on Wednesday. Possibly a hard freeze by Tuesday night, also Wednesday night. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Madison?
Cameron, thank you. Transylvania University invited folks out to their campus to carve pumpkins for a campus display. This is the school's 13th year hosting Pumpkin Mania as a way to embrace the university's vampire-esque name. The event included food trucks to support carvers throughout the day, and all of the pumpkins carved by participants will be displayed on campus in Old Morrison Circle.
There are more than 500 pumpkins that will be carved today, and those are just the ones that we're providing. We always have folks bring their own and carve those as well. So we're really excited to welcome people to campus, even if it's raining.
Following the pumpkins' time on display, farmers from the area will use the guts as feed for their animals. Mammoth Cave is known for its awe-inspiring underground caves where recently fossils of ancient sharks have been found. The national park also has a human history that stretches back thousands of years. Mammoth Cave is also known in the region to be the site of strange occurrences and ghostly sightings. This has raised questions as to whether or not this iconic national park is also the home to actual paranormal activity.
I personally do not know if those stories of hauntings are true, but if visitors want to come here and see for themselves, enter into the cave, experience the shadows and the darkness, and hear our history, and visit for themselves, experience it for themselves. This is an amazing place to spend time in.
Mammoth Cave continues to be a place where history, natural wonder, and the supernatural coexist in a captivating way. Dozens of community members in Leatherwood gathered for a reenactment of a historic battle that took place more than 160 years ago. WYMT's Jack Demler was at the battlefield to talk about the importance of the reenactment.
A shot that packs history from 161 years ago from a battlefield in the mountains.
It's a lot of history in the area, and we're just trying to actually preserve it.
Dozens of community members gathered in Leatherwood for the 21st reenactment of the Battle of Leatherwood.
You know, we have really, really good not only community support, but area support. We have support from all 4 different counties that surround Prairie County.
A reenactment that draws in people from various states.
Well, the thing about it is, here's you got to draw. 1, Kentucky, and 2 is the awesome people of Leatherwood.
People that have grown closer than just an organization.
And Leatherwood is turned into my family 1 week in the year.
All coming together to help teach people of all generations.
I believe that the little things we do impact the future of the kids that are coming and the grown-ups too.
And preserve history.
By us preserving the history and trying to teach some of the youngsters in the area, you know, that we need to remember our history and preserve it, because like I said, if you forget it, you know, it's doomed to repeat itself. It really is.
Sharing pieces of history from the mountains. In Cornettsville, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
The Leatherwood Reenactment Corporation also hosted Education Day for students over the weekend. Chairman of the board, Paul Talby, says this year there were roughly 400 kids during Education Day. Coming up at 11, as Breast Cancer Awareness Month comes to a close, folks gather to walk for a cure at Waterfront Park in Louisville.
Plus, we are tracking a winter chill to end October. Those details coming up after this break.